Right, so in this lesson, you're going to be looking at the Freedom of Information Act 2000. Now, anytime you see a law, you should look at the year. So, given that this law was introduced only in the year 2000, it's pretty clear that it's going to be a new law. 21 years is not a long time in the law world. A lot of laws were done centuries ago. So, given that it's about the year 2000, it's probably going to have something to do with modern technology. So basically, due to the fact that modern technology gives companies access to so much information, one of the things is the Freedom of Information Act was introduced. This gives the public, people, the right to access any information recorded by public sector organisations. Now, the public sector, in case you didn't know, is things run by the government. So schools, councils, health trusts, libraries, museums, anything else run by the government, because they are technically owned by the public. The opposite of this being the private sector, companies like Amazon, YouTube, or Epic Games, whatever, they're all private sector companies. Public sector organisations that are working for or owned by the government and therefore by the people. So if you all those organisations, if you request in writing by letter or email, the organisation has 20 working days, and in case you didn't understand this, a working day only counts Monday to Friday, so technically that's 4 full weeks, okay, although bank holidays don't count. So it has to be like Christmas Day wouldn't count as a working day. So they have 20 working days to provide that information, okay. Now, it isn't actually, a lot of people assume that all information gets given, but actually they can deny a request, or they can actually not send some information. So, for example, any information that's regarded as sensitive, so the Data Protection Act, okay, so yeah, if you want to find out how much an employee earned, then that might be sensitive, okay. So yeah, so you can't just find out how much I earn, or anything like that by writing in and saying, I want to know how much Mr. Campbell earns. You can't find that out. You can look it up, but you can't find out through them. So other stuff as well. If the company say that it's going to take too long to get the information, they can deny it. I'm not a bit keen on this rule, but there we go. It is what it is. So basically, the limit for public organisations is 450. The government and armed forces, so specifically government ones, like the government itself, and armed forces, it's 600, which is 24 hours. So basically, if they say it would take more than 18 hours to produce the request, then you don't get it, or if it's 24 hours in the government. So that's what the Freedom of Information Act does. It basically allows you to get information from public agencies, whatever information you want. But obviously, they don't have to give it to you if it breaks the Data Protection Act, which most of the useful information you'd want does, because it's normally about people or public or private. So you can't request any private data about someone, okay? So there you go. If you can read through on this, you can have a look on other websites as well to get some more. Your task is to fill in this square sheet, which is on the assignment, and it's pretty self-explanatory.